We Are Not Far from the Kingdom is a song that I'm really proud of, in that it was the last song written, and a lot of the rock opera had actually been recorded by the time that We Are Not Far from the Kingdom was written. And the reason that I felt that the song was necessary was I felt that there wasn't enough about Jesus from a why people would follow him perspective. We were very clearly setting up the case against Jesus from the Pharisees and Sadducees and the people that were threatened by him. We were setting up the motive there and for things for Judas and those things, but I had kind of neglected the ministry of Jesus in a sense, and we had talked so much about the King, the recurring themes of the King of the Jews. I mean, and that phrase shows up many times in the rock opera, but we didn't talk about the kingdom at all. The king, what kind of king was he?
That was one of the ones that we were filling in space. We had some little gaps in the story that we needed to plug in, and I know that Jeff just kind of on the spur of the moment came up with kind of a little tune that he made up very quickly, wrote on an acoustic guitar and stomping his feet, and there was really nothing we needed to change on it.
Because Joseph of Arimathea shows up later, it actually became a cool opportunity to reveal his character earlier on in the story, because we're talking about how riches and success can't get you into the kingdom of God, and when it describes Joseph of Arimathea going to claim the body of Jesus, it actually says he was a secret disciple for fear of the Jews, but he was also waiting for the kingdom of God. And when I read that, I was like, ooh, this is a great opportunity to get him in this song. And he's the voice in the bridge that you hear, who's hesitant to reveal his identity as a disciple of Jesus, but is hoping that somehow his position and his authority and wealth would contribute to the work of God, which obviously it does, and that's what the entombment is.
I don't know that Jeff necessarily had Bonner in mind when writing it. That's something you'd have to ask him. But I know that it seemed to work. The first time I heard him demo it, and he said he was thinking about going that direction, I was like, yeah, it fits. It fits. We'll give him a call. We'll get him in here, and they were more than willing to offer their services, and I think they did a great job on it. Just each one of their voices just taking a line, and singing in there along with Jeff and myself.
Pretty much from the beginning of the song, I felt like I wanted to include other people singing, and that was a good opportunity to have them sing on it, and they did a great job. They were really troopers, and with the music video and everything, they really did a lot of things that they probably were unsure about, but they believed in the vision that we had and were willing to participate and to really make that song as good as it was. And it was actually, having been the latest song written, and it was actually ended up being the first song that we released to the public.
And so we got a group of guys who were in a band called Bonner, and they really did a good job of singing the song and making it sound like something good, and it was really a quick, easy song to write there.
We Are Not Far from the Kingdom was challenging. I mean, the idea for the song came pretty quickly, but it took me a really long time to write the lyrics, because I had so much that I wanted to get into the song. Talking about Isaiah and all the kingdom parables, trying to include elements of everything that Jesus said about the kingdom of God, about accepting it as a child, and how your riches can't get you into the kingdom of God, loving, the greatest commandments being to love God and to love your neighbor as yourself. There's quite a lot that I wanted to fit into there, and I was having a hard time in getting it.
For what was it began as an album filler, ended up being almost like a very focal point to the whole project, from the outside people, because it was the first piece of music we released out, and it got good feedback to it. So it was really cool how that came about.
We are not far.